Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to me right now. You will never be the same again. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've been knocked down or how many doors have closed in your face, I want you to understand that your future is waiting. And it's waiting for you to step into it with boldness, with power, and with an understanding that change, while uncomfortable, is the greatest ally you'll ever have. You see, change is not something to fear. Change is not something to run from. Change is the very thing that will allow you to become who you were always meant to be. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to challenge you. But trust me when I say you will never be the same. The person you are right now is not the person you're going to be. There is greatness inside of you waiting to be unleashed, and it's through change that greatness is going to come to life. Let me tell you something, the challenges you face right now are not there to break you. No, they are there to build you, to mold you, and to shape you into someone who can carry the weight of the success that's waiting for you. Every setback you've experienced, every failure, every heartache, is all a part of the process. You will never be the same because you have learned from those experiences. You have grown stronger, wiser, more resilient. And now when you face obstacles, you will face them with the knowledge that you are not the same person you were yesterday. You are evolving, you are becoming stronger. And that's the power of overcoming challenges. But let me remind you of something incredibly important. You have not yet unlocked all that you are capable of. You've seen glimpses of your potential, but there is so much more inside of you. There are talents and abilities within you that you've barely scratched the surface of. Life has a way of challenging us to bring those talents to the forefront. The person you are today is not the person you're meant to be. Your true potential has not been fully unleashed yet, but it will be. When you decide to believe in yourself, when you decide to push past your doubts and fears, that's when the world will see the person you were always meant to become. You will never be the same. And here's the thing, the past does not have the power to define your future. Yes, you've been through some tough times. Yes, you've faced heartbreak, rejection, and disappointment. But listen to me, those things don't define you. The only thing that defines you is your ability to rise from those situations, to learn from them, and to move forward. I know you're holding on to things, regrets, mistakes, failures, but I need you to understand something very important. Your past is not your future. You will never be the same because you are about to release the things that have been holding you back. You are about to let go of the baggage that's been weighing you down. And when you do that, you open up the space for the new blessings, new opportunities, and new success that are waiting for you. Transformation is a journey. It's not an event. It's not something that happens overnight. But every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every hurdle you jump over, those are the sort of things that will make you who you're meant to be. You will never be the same, and that's the beauty of life. It's a constant process of evolution. So embrace it. Trust it. Let it carry you to places you never thought you'd go. You're going to look back on this moment one day, and you're going to realize that everything you've gone through, every pain, every disappointment, it was all part of the process. You will never be the same because you've learned to rise, you've learned to grow, and you've learned to move forward with a purpose. And that's what's going to make you unstoppable. Keep moving, keep believing, and remember, you will never be the same. Change is one of the most powerful forces in our lives, yet for many it is something to be feared, avoided, or resisted. But let me tell you something, change is not your enemy. Change is your greatest ally. It is the force that drives growth, that bursts new opportunities, and that forces you to become the person you were always meant to be. The problem is, most people don't embrace it. Most people fight against it, desperately clinging to the familiar, even when the familiar is holding them back. But here's the truth: if you are not embracing change, you are holding yourself back from the very greatness that's within you. Think about it. Everything you've ever accomplished, every success, every milestone, every breakthrough you've had in your life, it all came through change. When you were a child, you had to change and grow to become an adult. You had to change the way you saw the world, and you had to change the way you thought about your potential. And if you are going to continue growing, continue evolving, and continue stepping into your purpose, you must embrace the fact that change is necessary. Change is not something to be feared. Change is the catalyst for growth. It's the fire that refines you, the pressure that shapes you. And you can either let it break you, or you can let it mold you into the best version of yourself. The choice is yours, but I want you to understand this: every change is an opportunity to be better, to do more, to reach higher than you ever thought possible. When life presents a challenge, when the unexpected happens, when things don't go according to plan, those are the moments that define you. How you respond to those moments is what will determine who you become. You can either stay stuck in your comfort zone, clinging to what is familiar and safe, or you can step out into the unknown, trusting that the change will lead you to something better. Most people choose the comfort zone. Most people resist change because they're afraid of what they don't understand, or they're afraid of failing. But the truth is, the only way you fail is by refusing to change, by refusing to grow. Think about the greatest achievements in history. They didn't happen because someone stayed the same. They happened because someone was willing to change, to step into uncharted territory, to take risks and embrace the unknown. Every success story, every trailblazer, every person who has made an impact in the world, they all had to go through change. And so do you. You may be going through a difficult time right now. You may be facing challenges and things may seem uncertain. But I want you to understand something. This is not the end of your story. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. And you're not alone in this. The change you're experiencing is a necessary part of your journey. It's a part of the process that's shaping you into the person you need to be in order to achieve the greatness that lies ahead. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to stick with what we know, to settle into routines and to avoid change because it's uncomfortable. But comfort never breeds greatness. It never produces anything extraordinary. It's only when you step out of your comfort zone, when you face the unknown, that you begin to discover your true strength, your true potential. And that's where change comes in. Change will stretch you, challenge you, and push you to become better than you ever thought possible. It will test you, yes, but it will also build you up in ways you never imagined. I'm not saying that change is always easy, because it's not. It's hard, it's uncomfortable, and at times it may feel impossible. But let me tell you this: the greatest breakthroughs in your life will come through your greatest challenges. And in those moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, that's when the change is happening. That's when you are being reshaped, redefined, and prepared for the next level. So don't shy away from it. Don't run from it. Embrace it. In the face of change, don't be afraid to let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of the habits, the beliefs, the relationships, the situations that are holding you back. Let go of the version of yourself that is comfortable with mediocrity and step into the version of yourself that is destined for greatness. It may feel like a loss at first, but trust me, it's a gain. The person you are meant to become cannot grow and thrive if you're still holding on to things that are holding you down. And when you release them, you'll find yourself making space for new opportunities, new people, new experiences, and new success. Change is an inevitable part of life. You could either resist it, fight it, and struggle against it, or you can choose to embrace it as your greatest ally. The choice is yours. But I promise you this, if you choose to embrace change, if you choose to allow it to shape you, guide you, and push you forward, you will never be the same. You will become the person you were always meant to be, and you will accomplish things you never thought possible. So lean into change. Trust it. Let it be your ally in the journey of becoming the best version of yourself. There is power in overcoming challenges, immense power that will not only transform you, but it will elevate you to heights that you once thought were impossible. Every single challenge you face, every struggle you endure, is not just an obstacle in your path. It is a key to unlocking a new level of strength, wisdom, and resilience. It is the refining fire that shapes you into someone capable of handling greater responsibilities, achieving bigger dreams, and becoming the person you were always meant to be. We often look at our challenges as burdens, as things that slow us down, that cause us pain, that threaten to stop us in our tracks. But what if I told you that these challenges are not here to destroy you, but to make you? What if I told you that everything you are going through right now is the exact thing you need to break free from the limitations that have been holding you back? The world doesn't reward the weak or the passive. It rewards those who face their challenges head on. Those who refuse to be defeated by their circumstances. Those who rise up even when the odds seem impossible. Let's be clear, challenges are never easy. They will test you in ways that you never thought you could be tested. They will stretch you beyond what you thought were your limits. But it's in that stretching, that discomfort, that you find your true power. You see, without challenge, there is no growth. Without adversity, there is no progress. The greatest warriors aren't the ones who've had an easy life. The greatest warriors are the ones who've been through hell and kept going. They've learned that no matter how tough things get, they have within them the strength to overcome. And so do you. There's a misconception that success is a straight line of path that's easy to follow, a road that's paved and clear. But success is rarely found on a road that's easy to walk. Success is found in the struggle, in the grind, in the moments when everything seems impossible and you keep going anyway. Every challenge you face gives you a chance to prove to yourself just how strong you are. It gives you an opportunity to rise above your limitations, to break through the walls that others may not even dare to attempt to climb. But here's the secret: when you overcome a challenge, you don't just win, you transform. You become something greater. You become someone who is no longer afraid of the next challenge because you've seen what you're capable of. You realize that you are not the person you were when you started the fight. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are bolder. And when you look back, you see how far you've come, how much you've learned, and how much you've grown. And that's the power of overcoming challenges. They don't just build your character, they expand your capacity for greatness. The power to overcome is inside you right now. You've got the resources, the strength, and the will to keep going. It might take time, it might take effort, but every single step you take toward overcoming your challenge is a victory. And with every victory, you become more the person you are meant to be. So when life throws its hardest punches, don't flinch, Don't shrink back. Stand tall, stand firm, and know that the challenges are not here to defeat you. They are here to propel you into your greatness. You are capable of far more than you realize, and your power to overcome will take you further than you could ever imagine. Keep going. Unleashing your true potential is not a matter of luck, timing, or circumstance. It is the result of a deliberate decision, an inner drive, and the unwavering belief that you were born for something greater. Too many people walk through life believing that they are limited by their circumstances, by the obstacles they face, or by the doubts and fears that cloud their mind. But let me tell you right now, you are not limited by what you see. You are limited only by what you believe. Your true potential is waiting for you, but you must make the decision to step into it. The first step in unlocking that potential is understanding who you really are. The world will try to define you, your family, your peers, your society will try to tell you who you should be, what you should achieve, and where you should go. But here's the truth: you are not defined by anyone's expectations except your own. There is greatness inside of you that no one else can understand because it's uniquely yours. It's a fire that burns with a purpose only you can fulfill. Ain't too many people spend their lives trying to fit into boxes that weren't designed for them. But you were made to break out of those boxes. You were created for something greater than the confines of conventional thinking. And when you realize that, when you understand that you have been designed for greatness, that's when you begin to step into your true potential. One of the greatest enemies of your potential is the fear of failure. We have all been taught that failure is something to avoid at all costs, that it's something to be ashamed of, that it's the end of the road. But I'm here to tell you that failure is not the end, it's the beginning. Every failure, every setback, every challenge you face is a lesson. It is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by embracing it, learning from it, and using it to fuel their next step. Every time you fail, you gain wisdom, resilience, and strength. And with that wisdom, you are moving closer to the version of yourself you were always meant to be. So stop fearing failure. See it as an essential part of the journey, a necessary component of your success. The only true failure is in never trying at all. The next step in unlocking your true potential is taking action. Knowledge alone will never get you where you want to go. You can read every book, attend every seminar, and learn every technique, but if you don't act on what you know, it's all for nothing. It's the action that transforms your knowledge into results. It's the action that turns your dreams into reality. And sometimes that action requires you to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to do things that make you uncomfortable. But growth never happens in your comfort zone. It happens when you're willing to take risks, when you're willing to face uncertainty, and when you're willing to move forward despite the fear and doubts that may try to stop you. The more you act, the more momentum you build. And the more momentum you build, the closer you get to unlocking your true potential. Unleashing your true potential is not just about achieving success, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about tapping into the greatness that has always been within you and aligning your actions, thoughts, and beliefs with that vision. The road will be tough, there will be obstacles, and there will be moments of doubt. But don't let that stop you. Keep moving forward, keep believing in yourself, and most importantly, keep taking action. Your true potential is waiting for you. And when you unleash it, there's nothing that can stop you from reaching the heights you were always meant to achieve. There comes a time in every person's life when they must make a powerful decision to release the past in order to embrace the future. Too often we carry the weight of yesterday, our regrets, mistakes, and missed opportunities, and we let them dictate our present and our future. But here's the truth: the past, no matter how painful or regretful, does not have to be the chain that holds you back. You don't have to remain trapped in the same story. You don't have to continue playing the same old roles. It's time to release the past and step into the future, because that's where your real power lies. The reason so many people stay stuck in the past is because they identify themselves with it. They believe that what happened to them defines them. But let me tell you this: the only thing that defines you is how you respond to what has happened. The people who let go of their past, truly let go, are the ones who rise. They rise because they understand that the past is a teacher, not a ruler. It can teach you lessons, but it should never control your destiny. You've been through pain, yes, you've suffered losses, made mistakes, felt betrayed. But those things are not the sum total of your life. They are chapters, not the whole story. And the beauty of a story is that you get to turn the page. You see, we often hold on to things we can't change, wounds that have long since healed, opportunities that have long since passed, relationships that have long since ended. And by holding on to them, we block the very thing we need most progress. The future cannot enter your life while you're holding the door shut with the weight of the past. It's time to unlock that door and let the future flood in. The future has something far greater in store for you than the past ever could. But you'll never experience it if you don't release the grip on what's behind you. Releasing the past doesn't mean forgetting it or pretending it didn't happen. It doesn't mean erasing the memories, because those memories have shaped you into who you are today. But what it does mean is choosing not to let those memories dictate your emotional state, your choices, or your behavior moving forward. It's about deciding that no matter what happened, you are going to step into the life you deserve. You are going to stop letting past failures, past regrets, and past fears control your actions. It's time to break free from those emotional prisons, because you deserve freedom. The future is filled with potential for growth, potential for joy, potential for success, and yes, even potential for pain. But the difference between someone who lives a life dictated by the past and someone who is free to embrace the future is their willingness to move forward. And moving forward requires courage. It requires the courage to release what was and to trust that what's ahead is greater than anything you've left behind. You may not see all the pieces of your future clearly right now, but trust this: if you allow yourself to let go of the past, you are making space for a future that will far exceed your expectations. Too often we don't step into our greatness because we fear that our past will hold us back. But what if the very thing you are holding on to is the thing that's holding you back from your breakthrough? What if your next level, your next opportunity is waiting just on the other side of your release? Let go of the old mindset that says you're bound by what's behind you and step into the future where anything is possible. So today I challenge you to ask yourself, what am I still holding on to? What do I need to release in order to step fully into my future? It's time to put down the baggage, stop carrying the weight of old wounds, and start walking toward the promise of what's next. Embrace the future with an open heart and a free mind, and trust that everything you need will be provided along the way. The moment you decide to release the past is the moment you unlock the door to the future you've been waiting for. As you stand at the threshold of your future, Remember that the power to move forward lies within you. The past is a chapter, not the whole book. It has served its purpose, and now it's time to let go, to release it, and to make space for the new. The future is filled with endless possibilities, opportunities for growth, happiness, and success that await only those brave enough to step into them. You have the strength, the resilience, and the wisdom to create the life you deserve. But you must first free yourself from the weight of what's behind you. The best days of your life are ahead of you, and they can only unfold if you're willing to leave the past where it belongs in the past. So I challenge you today, release what you no longer need, let go of what holds you back, and embrace the incredible future that is waiting for you. It's time to step forward, to trust in the journey, and to believe that the best is yet to come. The power to shape your future lies in your hands. Embrace it.